Well, I'm here tonight with William Vastine, who's running for assemblyman.
Yes, sir.
And we're at the Sun Tavern on South Avenue.
South Avenue and Fanwood.
And Fanwood. This is Fanwood, right across the road from Plainfield.
Yep.
All right, Bo. We're in the final hour.
This is
basically the final hour. We
This
were
is it.
close to. What time is it?
It's actually 1 hour before the polls.
1 hour. 1 hour. So now, what talk to us. What is it that you want the YouTube and Facebook family to know? I mean,
Well, I tell you, it's interesting. I wrote a blog today.
Okay.
And
on Facebook or YouTube?
on my blog.
Okay.
And it was kind of how I defined this election for the 22nd district.
Sure.
But more than that, I started off with the fact that there are a lot of people that aren't out in front.
Yes.
The volunteers, the
Yes.
people working the polls,
Yes.
the people doing the lit drops
Yes.
and making the phone calls, and especially the families of the candidates.
Sure.
That make a tremendous sacrifice
Yes.
in this whole process.
Yes.
And it's probably tougher on them because they're hearing the things that are said and the things that are done.
Sure.
And yet they don't have the voice necessarily to contradict it.
Sure.
Other than the candidate. So the first thing I'd like to say is I want to acknowledge them because without them, we don't have a process. We don't have a democracy.
That's the truth.
I spent the day-to-day walking and going from polling place to polling place.
Okay.
Not to try and drum up more votes.
Sure.
But to thank the people working at the polls.
Sure.
They're out there,
Yes.
it's cold, or they're sitting inside
Yes.
all day, and so, that's what I wanted to do today.
Yeah.
As far as this race, as you know, we've talked about it.
Sure.
I think the choices are very clear and very stark. At the end of the day, we can either go with the status quo
Okay.
and hope that things get better.
Yes.
Or we can consciously change direction and move things in a different direction.
Sure. Without doubt.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jerry Green and Linda Stender have been servants for the voters for many years. And I applaud their commitment to their constituency. If I do prevail, I will thank them for their service, and I will wish them a happy retirement.
Sure.
But if I do win,
Yes.
I have talked to so many people about where we can go.
Sure.
The opportunity and the promise that Plainfield represents.
Yes.
As opposed to being a place that people drive through, it becomes a destination.
Yes.
That people seek this part of the state, and this state for that matter,
Yes.
as a place that they want to live and rear their children and go to school.
Let me ask you this right here.
Sure.
And this is a question I ask all the candidates. As you see, we're over 3 minutes, so we're going to re-roll this thing. And I asked all the candidates the same thing, same question.
Sure.
If you don't win,
Right.
you've been exposed
Right.
from this station here,
Right.
where an ordinary person has it.
Right.
What effort are you going to keep the process or to help rebuild the state of New Jersey? What are you going to run and hide like many, or will you stay? Because once you get exposed, it's kind of hard, I believe, to go back.
Yeah, I agree.
You go back and you just drop back in private life without a say-so.
Right. Well, as everyone knows, this was my first run as a candidate.
Okay.
And I'm very positive that it won't be the last.
Sure.
If we do not prevail tonight, or if I do not prevail tonight, obviously there are other avenues to be involved.
Sure.
I have a full-time job, but that doesn't prevent me from seeking a position on a council, or running for mayor, or getting involved in some type of board or committee oversight, whatever the case may be. This is the first step for me. And I think that it's gone well. People have asked me all day, are you nervous? Are you worried? I said, I'm not. We worked hard. We did the best we could. And we did everything we knew to do.
Yes.
And it's in God's hands now. Okay. And so for most of the day today, all I did was go around and thank people.
Yes.
Because if it's meant to be, if it's part of His plan, it will be.
Well, as I said earlier to Jim, is that the energy that you get from being in this position, that this electoral, You know, the energy that comes from this here is kind of hard. I even once heard that once a senator run for president, he's never the same. You know what I mean? Because once the exposure and the different things, you get to understand it. I know you have a job, but you've been deeply involved now in the political process.
Yes.
The nooks and crannies, the nuts and bolts, if you will.
Yes.
Now, not just scanning from a paper, but you've been in, you've been on my talk show with Jerry Green and all this, and then things. And so now the idea is this here, from this stage, if it doesn't happen, we would hope and we pray that you would stay involved in the political process to help lift the state up, because we need everybody, whether it's Democrat, Republican, or Independent.
Absolutely.
We need everybody to make this thing go.
Absolutely.
I'm happy to be with you tonight.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you and good luck.
Thank you very much, Reverend Jackson.
Night. Yes.
You've been a great servant to the people.
I get it from the Most High.
I
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.